Okay, hello, good evening everyone. Good to see you here. So I am here this evening to talk to you about Boxload. So we are a pay-as-you-go self-storage company that comes to you. So to start with, I just want to introduce two people who you may be familiar with, William and Kate. I don't know if you've heard any of their recent news, some stories on Twitter, but they've just started a family and recently moved in together. And they've got a problem. They just don't have enough space for both their items in their new apartment. And what they don't want to do, they've got all these things and they're moving in together, but they don't want to throw them out. There's really sentimental things in there that they like, but they want to keep hold of, but they don't have room for. And they rarely use them. And as they're a young couple, they don't want to spend the time, money, and effort of actually using a self-storage company where they need to actually transport the goods to and from the warehouse themselves. So Kate heard about a company called Boxload and decided to give them a try. So what Kate did first of all is went online and actually signed up for a Boxload account. So unlike traditional self-storage companies, we handle everything online. So there's no picking up the phone or actually going to the warehouse. You simply need to log onto the platform. And once she's logged in and created an account, she needs to first decide how many items she wants to store. So does she have a big warehouse full of items, or does she just have a carload that she wants to put in storage for a few months? So the way we charge people for storage is by the box. So depending on how many boxes you order, we will charge you £5 for each of those boxes that we put in storage. Now, that includes the delivery of the boxes, that includes us picking up the boxes and taking them to the warehouse, and that includes all the materials, so packing tape and bubble wrap, for example. So it's really useful for people who don't have cars in urban areas, who have all the additional expense of having to rent a van and actually getting it to and from the warehouse themselves. So I don't know how many of you are familiar with traditional self-storage, but you end up deciding how much area you need. So you'll go and say, okay, I kind of think there's maybe 5 square meters of items I've got, and you put it in your head, and by the time you actually put it in the self-storage, you've actually overestimated, and you've paid for a lot more than you actually need, whereas we simply charge by the box. Now, once Kate's filled in all the information about how many boxes she needed, she just needs to decide where she wants us to deliver the empty boxes and when she wants them delivered. So we can get them out to her in 24 hours. So there's no trying to find a free weekend to pack up all your items and save time to get to and from the facility. We'll deliver it to the office, to the home, to wherever she wants it. And at that point, all she needs to do is set up a direct debit payment. So she'll then go through, and as you see, we'll take £10 for those 2 boxes every month. So let's fast forward. Kate's ordered these boxes, and they're now on the way to her. So you can see we've got empty boxes actually winging her way to her right now. And what's really neat about this platform is we allow everyone to organize and manage the items they've got in storage. So it's not a big hidden wardrobe where we don't know what's at the back. When people come on here, they can actually tag, upload images, and describe actually what's in each box so they can easily manage them being returned or being picked up. So again, fast forwarding, once that box is delivered, it will appear again in Boxes with You. So you see we've got an empty box here, as well as some others that have been stored. And as I say, Kate can add a photo, so when it comes to her and she wants to fill it up, if she wants to put her winter coats in there, she can take a photo of them, give just the title of the box, and tell us exactly what's in them. And once she's done that, she just needs to schedule a pickup again. And within 24 hours, we'll go and pick up that box and put it into storage. So we like to think of ourselves as cloud storage for your physical items. So the whole idea of quantified self and being able to manage what you've got is all here online. So you don't lose anything. You know it's there. You know it's in storage. And we will just charge that person each month £5 for what we're storing. So there's no complex terms. There's no hidden extras in that. With us, as I say, £5 per month, per box, and we will store it away for you for as long as you want or as little as you want. So if it's just a month, we can do that for you too. And that about wraps it up. I'd love to hear everyone's feedback. And first of all, I guess, who would actually use this product? Okay, that's cool.
This probably sounds really negative, but you don't know what's in those boxes, and so people are going to be storing stuff in there. What's to stop contraband being stored, and what rights have you written into your terms and conditions to be able to open and inspect those if necessary?
You don't sell insurance by any chance? It's it's just we went through a long process like this with the people who actually insure our boxes and trying to determine ways of, okay, how do we determine what's in each box first of all, can we store it, whatever. So with the question contraband in the boxes, in all of our policies, when people actually pay, they're consenting to saying, okay, we're not storing any illegal things, so explosive drugs, whatever. Now, well, yeah. It sounds like a good Friday night, right? So yeah, what we've done is as soon as they make that payment, then they've signed up essentially to saying, okay, we consent that there's no contraband in these boxes. Now, that is very much on the user to not be storing contraband boxes. We can't 100% control what is in each person's box. We don't look in the boxes when they come. But what we know is our insurance provider is happy to say, okay, if you've written that into your terms and conditions that it says if someone's storing contraband, then we will still be able to get a payout from our insurance on that.
First of all, can I just say it is a brilliant idea and I am your key customer, but I think you need to do something very simple, which is be much, much more aggressive with your pricing. So people like Yellow Self-Storage, they do rip you off. Everything you've described is bang on. You can't picture what it is. I would suggest that you charge per delivery, because what you then do is put onto people, let's get our shit sorted and get to these guys. Otherwise, you're going to get ad hoc. Oh, what about that box, that box, that box? It's going to make your storage much more complicated in terms of where you've actually allocated the inventory. And also it's going to put the pressure on me to go, you know what, if it's 30 quid a delivery, we'll pay it once, we'll get it done this weekend, and we don't have to worry. And that then becomes more appropriate to, I think, most people's lifestyle. Otherwise, I'm going to start inadvertently either getting you to deliver me boxes, putting them in the recycling. That's your delivery, your cardboard, your time. Whereas if you set both a time limit and a cost per delivery, I will pay it. I think people do and will pay it. And I definitely think be more aggressive with your pricing.
Yeah, that was really good feedback. And yes, I think that's a really good model and something we've considered. Just charging for deliveries, maybe on the return or maybe on the pickup. Can we do that? One of the things we really like about the model at the moment is that it's really sticky. So to give you a bit of a background about self-storage without being too boring, because I know it is quite a boring subject, is that customers are very sticky in the self-storage industry. That is, they will usually put things in there and forget about them, and it's just a massive revenue generator for self-storage companies. Once that product is forgotten, once those items are forgotten about, that's really good. And although I don't want to say it, that's great for us because that means someone's put 5 boxes in storage. If they never get them again, that's £25 we're getting each month. But yeah, I think that would be really good in combating people falsely delivering and then trying to make us a removal service. In fact, okay, I'm moving in a week's time, I just want to use it for a month. If we added that additional cost, it would then cover the costs that we're actually spending to transport it. But yeah, really good, thank you. Okay, awesome. Just want to say thank you to the Don't Pitch Me guys for having us tonight and appreciate all your feedback, guys. Thank you.
Thank you.